Hi everyone, it's January 13, 2022, and we're here to give you the awesome 10x crypto market update. So actually, a few days ago, crypto market bottomed, specifically 2 days ago. So on January 11, we actually saw cryptocurrency, specifically Bitcoin, rally from $39,000. So we can clearly see though that this is a definitive support here about 39,000. And today, what we are looking for is how high will it rally before resuming down, or whether it's going to go to a larger sideways trend. So seeing Bitcoin dollar chart right now, we can clearly see it's a huge range with a low of 29,000, with a high of 60,000, or a 100% range. The midpoint of this is actually this 40,000, wherein it was retested last week, right? So around this 39,000, we had a support. Now the question is, after this 2-day bounce, after rallying, right? So this was January 10, and then January 11 was the confirmation. So some people bought on this confirmation line of 42,000, and they're actually expecting to see a resistance in this first resistance of about 48,000. Obviously, at about 48 to 50,000, you might see some temporary restraint, temporary sellers. Either we go sideways here, similar to what happened here, right? So when it fell, it rallied. Depending on how high it rallies, we could break 50,000 to go back to 60,000. But we need to take things one step at a time. The one step at a time is first check 48,000. So you have that leeway to go as high as 48,000. How it moves from 48 to 52,000 really determines on how the entire cryptocurrency market moves. So how do we know the entire crypto market? We have to go to the total. So the total crypto market cap right now fell from about $3 trillion to a $2 trillion mark, right? So this is your cryptocurrency total market cap. We are still bullish because it is still higher lows. Obviously, 30,000 and 40,000 is very bullish to Bitcoin. Now, this bullishness can actually translate to a sideways trend. You could be bullish, but just have these sideways trends all throughout this entire year. So all throughout this year, actually, if crypto stops at about 50,000 or 48,000, you would see another resistance here at about 2.3 or about 2.4 trillion mark. So once it rallies there and it actually stops, either it falls again to a lower low at about 1.6 trillion, and when that happens, that's around Bitcoin of about $30,000. So since we're in the midst of a short-term rally, how high would this rally go? Let's evaluate all of these. When Bitcoin dollar rallied, everything else followed suit. Ethereum managed to bounce from about 2.9 now to about 3.3. We can clearly see a resistance here about 3.8 or 4,000. So those who bought 3.2 on Ethereum 2 days ago would be selling at about 3.8 or 3.9 as well. Those are swing trades. Now let's take a look at Solana here. Solana has been one of the most fundamentally sound projects in crypto. We're getting the same support when Bitcoin had support. Solana got picked up here at about 135, rallied 10% to 150. A lot of resistance though here about 180 or even 170. So that said, it will continue to be bought. We can see a lot of supports here at 115, a lot of supports perhaps at $80. But the next support will be determined where crypto will rally. Like how high will this bounce? Okay, let's go again to Binance. Binance is also a solid project. Binance is actually in the midst of a correction. So from about 420, 430, it rallies to about 525. First resistance, 525, or highest 575. So when it actually breaks again, assuming it does break again, we are already seeing this downtrend formation here. So it rallied, had a downtrend, breaking 525, a leeway to about 450, 460, rallied again. So that is 525. So just take a look at that. That's a sideways trend. And then the next drop, if indeed the markets will drop further, what would be the catalyst for people to see crypto to fall? The other catalyst for crypto to fall is the fact that the stock markets and crypto markets are nowadays bottoming and topping almost at the same time. So very high correlation. Actually, when the markets bottomed in the US around January 10, January 11, some would argue January 6, 7, people were already starting to buy. So crypto was also bottoming out during that time. So this was January 6. So because crypto has a weekend, it doesn't have it doesn't stop, right? So actually, you can already see around January 8, 9, 10, there were already signs that people are going to buy the Bitcoin at 40,000 below or 39,000 and then rally before selling off. So just in case, you can actually play two sides here, knowing that 525 is a potential resistance. Whatever you bought 2 days ago, you will also sell at about 525. Whether it hits 525 and breaks higher to about 600, you also know we are hitting lower highs. So that's really all. I usually for crypto markets, I just look at four, which is Binance, Solana, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. I don't really look at Avalanche or the rest, but here, so just the top four, top five. So Cardano is 129, Ripple is 80 cents, Polkadot, Terra, Avalanche, those are the next 10. Dogecoin, Polygon. Amongst these, I'll only tell you the companies that I like. So I like Polygon. I do like Chainlink. Let's go through those two things. So let's go to the charts of Matic. With Matic, we saw a top here about 3 or 280, fell down again near 1.9 and then rallied. The nice thing about Matic, aka Polygon, is that unlike Bitcoin and Ethereum, this is actually an outperform. We're seeing actually a lot of people buy it higher low, higher low. This is August and then this October, still at higher lows for Matic. You can also see the same thing happen for actually for Solana, it's also at a higher low despite the current drops today. And then let's also look at Chainlink. So Link USD. So Chainlink is where it's just in a sideways trend. So Link is trading from about 13 to $30, always falls 20, then probably gets resistance at $30. It's actually in a sideways trend. Let's take a look at some metaverse tokens here. Ench Dollar. Okay, so Ench Dollar, I think that Metaverse is still gonna fall. You get to have a chance perhaps to buy at about $1.50 or less than $2. So I'll still wait, but you could see that the movements of these altcoins are actually still in downtrends. So it's still downtrend. $4 was toppish for Ench, had a lower high here about 330, perhaps a lower high here at about 280 or $3. Perhaps you can buy it at 2 or less. So I'll wait below. Let's take a look at Mana and Sandbox. So a lot of metaverse tokens are actually on a downtrend. So lower high here, 850, 650. Even if Sandbox rallies, you get 575 as a short-term resistance and then falls again. I do think that you can get it lower to about $2 or a dollar. I'll wait it down there. So I still think it is a void. Decentraland, let's take a look at some metaverse tokens. Also still at a void, still downtrend. You can see the top of Mana or Decentraland is 550 and then 4. It can go 3. Nowadays it's a 3, rallies to about 4 or 350. People would sell. These are all lower highs. It could go as low as 150. 50 to 70, 80% drops in Mana. Decentraland is very possible. Therefore, metaverse tokens so far is not yet a buy. Now let's take a look at Wax. Okay, Wax. So I do like Wax, but we can clearly see that there is a downtrend here after the hype on Metaverse. $1 is the top, lower high here about 75 cents, lower high still at 50 cents. Will it go to about 25 cents? It could, honestly speaking, but I think that at 25 cents, I will be a buyer on Wax. So in general, actually for cryptocurrency, I am still thinking that it will get a lot of pain and the pain could persist for this entire year. So even if Bitcoin will rally to about 48,000, what you should be aware of is that if it doesn't break 52K, it's still in a sideways to downward trend, which means that MSTR rallied from 450 to 515. You already should be looking at about 600 as a resistance point to sell. So right now, you're already preparing that if MSTR rallies to 600 or even just 570, you're already prepared to short it or to sell calls higher prices. Maybe sell calls at 630, take a premium, make a 5% yield, say 3 months or 2 months from now. Now, how about all the Bitcoin farmers? Hot mining. Hot mining has been falling. You could see that from about 16, now it's rallying, it's 7. I do think that rallies to about $8 is gonna be sold. So you could see that this is a huge downtrend already happening. People are already selling it off, and any rallies are going to be short opportunities. So short at 9, short at 8. So 16, 13, 11, 10, 9, 8. These are likely going to go back to about $3 or $4. So in the longer run meaning just 1 year time frame. 1 year time frame, you could probably see 3 months or 6 months very painful for still the Bitcoin miner. So still bearish. So you want to like buy and then sell quickly at about 750 and then sell it again, if, especially if it hits 8, it's a sell. How about Mara? Same thing, no? All the Bitcoin miners are at downtrends. Any rally of Mara to about 36 is a short mechanism. You want to be shorting Mara here about 36 and 40. How about Riot? You are seeing a downtrend here. So actually, you're going to short Riot if it rises about 24. So I bought it about 21, sold it about 22, just made a 5% scalp these past 2 days. I'm actually looking to short somewhere here about 24 to 26. So I'm looking for a lower high somewhere here. How about Axie Infinity? Also on a downtrend. We already saw all the metaverse tokens are on a downtrend. Top of Axie Infinity is 160. You've got a lower high here at 120, then lower high at 110. Still gonna be lower high here about $90. If it rallies from 70 to 90, it's still gonna be shorted all the way to maybe 20 to $30. So these are all short catalysts. How about Yield Guild? So Yield Guild is a metaverse play, right? But also it is in a downtrend. So we are seeing actually that these could fall 50% further. So we are seeing rallies being continually shorted. 11, 9, 8, 6, 4, could go to about 3, still shorted. So just be careful. We are still seeing most cryptocurrency to be in a downtrend for maybe 6 months to a year. They have a lot to build. Let's take a look as well with Aurori, some of the games in Solana. Aurori Tether is also perhaps in a downtrend. So top is 24, 18. It could rally if ever there's a announcement. But so far, I think even if rallies on Aurori, there will be some sellers here about 16. So a lot of partners in Solana, right? A lot of partners in this very good game like FTM. Uh, but I think that their FTX is a huge believer of Aurori. But you will see a lot of sellers here about 16 before, of course, it goes up. So the fundamentals are probably intact, but you want to actually hold, not hold. Actually, you want to be waiting for crashes this year. 2022, you want to wait for a crash to buy low. Whether it crashes Bitcoin 30,000 or Ethereum 2,000, I feel that the best case for you is you park your funds first. A lot of parking ways is staking. Let's take a look at some Pancake Swap here. Okay, Pancake Swap, I think it's already in a downtrend too, but sideways so far at 11, no? So the question is if 11 breaks for Pancake Swap, it can go $6. So a lot of people who are staking at 11 on Pancake, they do earn something like 40-70% APR depending on what whether it's Cake BNB, usually it's Cake Binance in Pancake Swap. The thing I see is that in the short term, let's talk about like 1 year. Let's take a look at the Pancake Swap farm yields. Let's go to the earn here. Let's go to the farm. So the Cake Binance gives you 42% yield. The Binance gives you about 26% APR. So we'll just since I don't really follow all the rest like Bummer Crypto Coin and all these other games, I would just go through the very important farming tokens, LP tokens, liquidity provider tokens, which are these, no, the two huge ones, which is Cake BNB and Binance Dollar and BNB. So what this tells you is that assuming you've got some Pancake Swap and you've got some Binance, what you want to do is if you buy it at $11, let's say you got $11 of Cake and $11 of Binance, it has to be the same amount, so $110 each, let's say. Your $220 is expected to earn you 42% or $88 worth of Cake. Okay. So of course, if that Cake Swap goes down, say 50% this year, your $88 is technically just $44. And obviously your $110 here or your $220 total would have fallen maybe 50% as well. Right. So your Pancake Swap fell. So really, those are the risks. That's why the yields are pretty high, because PancakeSwap could fall 50%, Binance could fall 50%. But if you're looking at it on the long run and you're not going to sell your PancakeSwap, you're not going to sell your Binance, then definitely collecting that 40% token is still good for you, right? So if you had 100 cakes, you can get 40 cakes. So that's what's happening here. So if it's actually stable for the next 1 year, as long as it doesn't fall, staking and farming is a good thing because you do get the tokens no matter what. So I've been saying that I have been staking in this Dodo dollar, Dodo X in the exchange. So far, what's happening with Dodo is that your $1,000 will get Dodo, just 10%. So if you have $1,000 in Binance, in Dodo app, you'll get $100 of Dodo tokens. Now, your $100 token, it doesn't matter what happens because it's just given to you for free. So if your $100 becomes $50 or $60 or $20, even if it falls 80%, obviously you didn't lose money. You just lost the gain. I think that so far, what's happening with Dodo is that it's just been sleeping here at 80 cents. Should it fall, maybe there is still a potential for the market to fall. So it falls 40 cents. Um, so what I do is whenever I earn anything, I do sell it straight to Binance Dollar. So I sold at about 160, I sold 140, even at 90 cents. Every time I earn a token, I just sell it. And then only the Binance dollars are kept safely. So I think because 2022 is going to be a tough year for crypto, you just need to have to trade your cryptocurrency, maybe trade your Binance, trade your Ethereum, trade it, trade your Bitcoins, and then majority of our money should be just parking places in staking. Just park it in stable coin staking because there are such things. With PancakeSwap, there's the stable coin here is BUSD and BUND. They don't have like just Binance dollar. But in others you have, no? So look at the pools. But the zero pools here are the zero pools here are there like USDT. No, no, no. So here, what you could do is you could stake a cake and then earn cake. So usually people use this, the automatic cake restaking. So you buy say $11 of cake or $100. $100 gives you $60 of cake. So that's fine if you want to take the risk. No, the auto cake is good. And then if you want, there are games. Let's say you believe that Bomb Crypto is a good name, Insure is a good game, etc., etc. If you believe in the games like this, you'll earn those game tokens for free as long as you stake your cake. So because PancakeSwap has a lot of partners, obviously Binance games are usually using PancakeSwap since they're not listed in Binance. You will be able to really have a ton of people who are developing their games in Binance to really own a lot of PancakeSwap. So that's the reason why I think in the long term, like in the next 2 to 3 years, if you believe in the play to earn economy, this metaverse play, you'd assume that the blockchain gaming is best represented with an ownership of PancakeSwap. So $11 or $4 or $6, I do think that the PancakeSwap cake staking formula is a passive way to earn crypto. And it's not a bad crypto anyway. So Cake BNB is something that I am confident upon, at least in the next 2 years. Okay, so that's really all that I have to say for crypto. Let's take a look. Hi, I'm an OFW in Saudi Arabia. I'd like to ask if I can open a US dollar account here using my Philippine account. And I'd like to start trading the US market and crypto. What's the best broker? For cryptocurrency, I think that the best is really Binance. So you have to open an account in Binance. It's very easy to open an account in Binance. Binance even has a lot of earning and staking programs. So you can check the earn here. There's a savings. You have a crypto savings account. You can open it and you can just have like like for Binance, they even give you a 10% flexible savings program, dollar tether. So there are those duration, and you just subscribe it. You've got a locked savings program. So take a look at these, the auto invest in Binance. They have a way for you to just store your crypto and then you earn a certain fee. So sometimes it's 5%, 10%. So it's really about the savings program of Binance. Now, for the US, you could open eToro and you can also open with IBKR. Interactive brokers, I suggest you open $2,000 amount. With eToro, I think you can open for as low as $500 or $200, no, using your credit card. So it really depends what you prefer. I think that a majority of people use those. IBKR and eToro are useful. Both are okay. To be honest, in IBKR, there's no such thing as a minimum. You can open $1,000, but I think because of the fee of depositing and withdrawing, it's better to deposit at least $2,000 when you open an account so that you don't have to. Also, because with $2,000, they give you a margin rate in IBKR of as low as 2% a year. Or I can remember how much they charge. Basta, like the margin is too low, like less than 3% a year. So, example, if you own $2,000 of, let's say, we're advocating the likes of dividend names, no? Sample, you buy AT&T, the owner of HBO Max. They give you about 6% yield, okay? So let's say you buy $2,000 worth of AT&T, here about 26, okay? So we don't expect this to go to the moon. We just think that it's going to be sleeping there. 26 will be 26 at the end of the year, say 2023 or 2024. If you're lucky, it even goes $30. But the nice thing is that you get paid that 8%. And if it falls, we do think that 24 is the downside, not a lot of downside. 24, 22, whatever happens, if you want, you can still buy more. How do you buy more? Because in IBKR, they give you an option to buy more. Let's say $2,000 you bought AT&T at 26. If it falls to 24, you buy another $2,000. If it goes to 22, you buy another $2,000. How do you do that? Because of margin. Because they're paying you 6% dividend yield and you can margin loan for about 3%. I think that's a suitable way to have a $6,000 position AT&T at tranches, 26, 24, 22, with an average cost of 24 for the next 1 year or maybe 2 years. So I think actually it's a very useful guide. If this dividend investing strategy sounds too alien for you, we actually explained this as well last yesterday in the Philippine dividend investing strategy. We talked about how you can earn something like 50,000 pesos in the Philippine market just by following the dividend strategy. I think like you can study why we like nickel, why we like DMC. In the US, I do have opinion to have an ownership on AT&T or even Campbell Soup or even the likes of China Mobile, which is 941. You do get about 7%, not so bad. Kraft Heinz gives you about 2 to 3%, not so bad. So yun, there's leeway to actually earn. And of course, because 2022 is a hard year, we do think that the market is gonna crash. So eventually, we want to buy Facebook and Google 10 to 20% lower. You want to open the account already so that if Facebook and Google does fall 10 to 20% lower from current prices, prepared ka na. So example, prepared ka na, I want to buy Bitcoin at $30,000. Yes, but you have to open your account first, right? You open your account first, you deposit your USDT. How do you have USDT? You can go do it through the buy crypto P2P trading. So that's peer-to-peer transfer. Yeah, so that's one way that you could do it. It's like you put ito, bank transfer, he sells 13,000 pesos at 51.19. O yun. Ito. So you will just accumulate a lot of your pesos, 10,000 pesos, 50,000 pesos. Naka-parkings ka sa USDT, tapos naka-savings yan na plan. And then when it's time to invest, when it's time to buy your crypto, let's say 25,000, 30,000 pesos, you want to deposit na, yun, habang naghihintay ka, it gives you a 10% yield muna. Then habang naghihintay ka nga na for crypto to crash, at least naghihintay ka na may binibigay sa yung cash. Yung 30,000 mo, bigyan kang 3,000 pesos ni Binance. So maganda talaga yung mga savings program ng Binance. So check that out. Okay, that's all. See you again. Tomorrow is Global Market Free Friday class. Tomorrow, we're also going to teach you how to attack this year 2022. Yun nga, the dividend strategy. And also, I'm going to teach you how do you sell calls. Paano kung naipit ka and you want to just earn 10% dividends and not sell it? Kasi hintayin mo naman eh. Sample, let's say may Alibaba ka. Bumagsak Alibaba last year, 60%. What do you do about it? I'm going to teach you how to handle by selling calls as long as you have buying power. Obviously, if you don't have buying power, wala kang magagawa. Okay? So that's it. Thank you very much and see you again tomorrow. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Bye bye.